My name is H.A. Goodman. I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. And to read my writing and to see my latest CNN appearances and my MSNBC and RT appearances, you can go to hagoodman.com. I was published in the Huffington Post today, and the article is titled, Bernie Sanders Should Have Been America's 45th President. Democrats Elevated Trump and Cheated Bernie. I will be starting a new publication February 1st. You're going to love it. President Trump, issued an executive order today. And it's one of the first steps to repeal the Affordable Care Act, to repeal Obamacare. Now, here's my take on that. Number one, I want a single payer. So, the single payer healthcare system. Why I voted for Jill Stein, why I pushed for Bernie Sanders. Number two, although I disagree with Trump and I disagree with conservatives or Republicans on the issue of healthcare, I'm just going to address today's event in addition to the inauguration. The President Trump Day 1 executive order can severely damage Obamacare. Forbes. I'll just read you this and give you my thoughts. In one of his first actions upon taking office, President Donald Trump today issued an executive order directing all federal agencies to reduce enforcement of any requirements, including taxes, fees, and regulatory burdens of the Affordable Care Act. The directive has but two limits. The reduced enforcement has to be permitted by law, and the change cannot go into effect without, quote, notice and comment and then comment rulemaking if the law requires it. So he issued an executive order, signed an executive order today. This is a quagmire for Donald Trump. This is one of the ways that Democrats can win in 2020. And here's why. When President Obama first signed the Affordable Care Act, a lot of things that he promised, or certain things he promised, did not take place. There were ups and downs in terms of implementing the Affordable Care Act. It's a very complicated piece of legislation. Trying to dismantle it will also be equally complicated. That also ties into one of the few moral arguments that Democrats actually stand upon. Democrats have been blaming Russia, Electoral College, fake news, Bernie Bros, all these things, WikiLeaks. It is important that if you're going to repeal aspects of Obamacare, you must replace it with something. That's where the quagmire deepens or the problems begin to take place. He will now own, if Trump does not just, if he repeals it, but if he repeals it in a way that people lose their health care, they have no other place to go, they just don't have health care, and suddenly they're burdened with financial costs from having no health care, or what if they're in the middle of a procedure, or what if they're sick. All of these things have to be taken into account, in addition to all of the issues pertaining specifically to states. So when he just tries to blanket repeal Obamacare, that could lead to the end of his presidency if it's a debacle. You might think that the Affordable Care Act is already a debacle, and any chance to remove it from existence is a good thing. Implementing it was very difficult. Dismantling it will be even more difficult. And if President Trump stumbles, Democrats can take the advantage and win in 2020. Depends how badly he stumbles, because it's not that easy to take away health insurance from people. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so much for listening.